Hi, it's me, Ken, from Turkey Tourism USA. I'm talking to an audience, the LGBTQ plus audience. I'm particularly talking to the queer community who is of my age category. So I'm selecting a group of 10 people, just 10, no more, to come along either Memorial Day or Labor Day of 2026. The destination is Istanbul. After Istanbul, we can all stay on and go to Cappadocia, to Pamukkale, to Ephesus, to Bodrum, to Anatolia, whatever. We can do a lot of things while we're there. But the primary focus is going to be Istanbul. And I'm going to tell you about the itinerary. First of all, go to the website turkeytourismusa.com. Then, up at the top, navigate to LGBTQ plus Istanbul and give it a click. When you do, it will load. There is a very detailed flip page brochure, and I'm going to run through that briefly with you. So day one is the day of arrival, and I expect that people are going to arrive on different flights. I transfer to the hotel, check in, take a shower, wash the stink off, brush your hair, brush your teeth. Let's walk out and go and have dinner together somewhere, or a couple of drinks, or just a little stroll. Just get into the time zone. Because tomorrow, which is day two, we are going to go to the old city of Istanbul, Constantinople, and there we're going to go and visit the Hagia Sophia. Once we've done that, we'll see the Hagia Irin, which is the oldest church in Istanbul, Constantinople. And then we go to Topkapi Palace. And you'll see all of this, as I said, in the brochure. We'll go to the Topkapi Palace. And once we've finished with that, that's pretty much, trust me, the morning is pretty much done by then. So we'll stop for lunch or not. We can carry on. We'll just keep on monitoring the pace. How are you doing? Are you okay? Moving too fast, moving too slow, whatever the case may be. But what we will do is we will go past we will walk along the Hippodrome with all of its obelisks and so on, a little bit of history there, and then into the Blue Mosque. After that, we then will probably go to lunch. You're going to see all of these things, but we may not do it at the speed that it is in the brochure. So get that in your head immediately. Day three, Pier Lotti Hill, which is a cable car ride up to like a cafe, sort of, a cafe. Sit and have a cup of tea and a fabulous view of the Golden Horn. Come down and go to the Cora Church, which has just been revamped, just cleaned up again. The city is cleaning itself up so amazingly. So we'll go to the Cora Church, which has become a practicing mosque. And I'll be giving you all of the instructions of how to be appropriate in a mosque and so on. And then while we're there, we will go to the colorful neighborhood called Balat. We'll see St. Stephen's Church, which was built in Vienna and floated down the Danube River through the Black Sea to Istanbul, where it was erected. And then what I want to do from there, now we're at a tram station, is I want to take a tram back to the Sultan Ahmet area, but get off at the area called Eminönü. Because right there is where the Galata Bridge is, which is famed for its fishermen and its fish restaurants beneath, on the second level down. And guys, at sunset, when all the ships come in, or the boats, the fishermen boats come into the harbor, and you can hop on the metro and get off at Topane, and from Topane you are going to be at the new Galata port. If you want to be, that's the new harbor. But it's like a mall with modern stores, modern shops, lots of restaurants. And if the boats are not in the harbor, if the big ships are not in the harbor, the walls are all down and you get a fabulous view right across the Bosphorus, right all the way up, well, not all the way up to the Black Sea, of course, but heading toward the Black Sea and heading in toward the Sea of Marmara. It's just a nice place to have a drink. I'm flipping through the brochure as I'm talking to you. It's taking just a moment to load. But always when we're going to be on Istiklal Avenue, there is so much to do there. And I have always said to people, don't just stick to Istiklal Avenue for the love of God. Do it once, one way and back, and then be done with it. Get off the main road, Istiklal Avenue, and there's little winding passages and alleyways and restaurants and al fresco and stores that are open until 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Fantastic gay clubs in the city, in that area. Funny drag show. Oh God, I saw a drag queen. It was really quite amusing. It's funny to be in a Muslim country, an Islamic country, where homosexuality is not a crime, by the way, where gender reassignment has been openly done since 1988. Correct me if I'm wrong, but since about 1988. Day 4, we're going to go back to Eminunu, and here's why. I want to take you to the Egyptian Spice Bazaar. Odd Egyptian Spice Bazaar in Istanbul, but the name was derived because spices were brought from Egypt in the Ottoman Empire era, and so the name stuck, and it still today is. Look, it's not a place that I would recommend you go and shop at. In fact, I'll almost prevent you from shopping at, because it's touristy. But you have to see it for the fun and just for the fun and enjoyment. But you really don't want to shop there. What I do want to do is I want to take you into a khan. The interest, though, in these khans is so unbelievable. There's one that has been restored called Beta Yeni Khan. And I want to take you into that one because the floor is glass. In one of the tea houses, the floor is glass, and you can see still beneath the old stones of the old foundations of the city. We can spend a little time in there before we go across the road to the Basilica Cistern, which is an underground cistern where the water used to be stored for Constantinople. It used to come from the Valens Aqueduct, which I'll show you too. There's a statue of Medusa there. There's a little bit of a light show there. And it's always described as it's a nice, cool place for the respite of the heat of the day. The hell it is. Okay, it's damn hot. It's humid. And if you pick the wrong time of the day, it's busy, so it gets irritating. But we'll go down there, and then we'll take a stroll down to the column of Constantine, as in Constantinople, and we'll spend some time again in the Grand Bazaar, showing you things. But again, I'll point out, don't go be buying things there. I'll show you where to buy stuff if you want to buy stuff. There is a hammam very, very close to the Grand Bazaar. You may want to go have a hammam experience, a good old scrub. In typical Turkish tradition, though there's another one close to where we're going to be living, which I would suggest over a touristy one. I've selected a restaurant for the night, which is Old Connacht restaurant. Only because I've eaten there many times. The food is always good. Your al fresco, the staff are fantastic. It's just great. It's not a huge place. It's nice, very nice. Now we're on day 5. We get up at our hotel, have breakfast. If you want to have breakfast, it is included in the price. So if you want to have breakfast there, do. But my guess, by day 5, you know, a breakfast in a hotel, which is a buffet breakfast, becomes, oh God, again, the same stuff again. So we're going to go down the funicular. We're going to walk across the road to Kabatash, where we're going to hop onto a ferry, and we're going to cross the Bosphorus to Asia, to the Asian side of Istanbul, and we're going to hop off in Üsküdar, hop onto a public bus, and go up along the Bosphorus to a place called Kuzguznuk. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never been able to get my tongue around that word. Maiden's Tower that I'd love to show you. It's a little tower in the harbor. We'll take a slow walk to it and sit there and have a cup of tea and watch Maiden's Tower. Fabulous view of beyond Maiden's Tower, the inlet to the Bosphorus, the Sea of Marmara, and then across is, of course, Sultan Ahmet, and you can see the outlines of Topkapi Palace, of the Hagia Sophia, and the Blue Mosque. I want to take you there for pastries. There's a place called Letizia, which has fantastic pastries. So bring a good appetite, guys. And then what we're going to do from there is take the metro again, one stop further into Asia to a place called Kadike, and there is where I'm just going to let you go loose. Just go wander around the towns. Kadike is a neighborhood, more local than anywhere else, and so we'll have dinner there. Lovely, lovely restaurants with just nice, all al fresco, busy, bustling, and so on. On day 6, I'm going to take you up to a place called Orkute. That is it's another little village, little winding streets, places to eat, places to drink, a beautiful, beautiful mosque. The interior of this is just mind-blowing. So beautiful. But it's just a nice place to relax. Remember, the day before we will have done a lot of walking and a lot of moving around about lunchtime, after which we then return to Pera Palace Hotel. Pera Palace was a hotel that was built very specifically for passengers that were coming off of the Orient Express train, which started in Paris and terminated in Istanbul. It was a very exclusive residence. The volume of people who've stayed there with famous names, incredible. Mustafa Ataturk, the founder or the father of the current Türkiye, he resided there, and his bedroom has been made a museum and is worth a look. Room 411 was occupied by Agatha Christie, and that's where she wrote Murder on the Orient Express. Her typewriter's there, all of her stuff is there. It's interesting, really is interesting. Mata Hari was there, Queen Elizabeth II was there. We're going to have an afternoon typical British high tea. That's just fabulous. Just being fabulous with somebody playing classical piano music or classical music on a piano. It's just nice. It really is nice. Then, guys, from there we're going to take a short walk to Galata, 1400 something. It was erected by the Genovese. You can go up. The price to go up is included in the program, and the little streets, the winding streets, and so on. Tea. They had what they call a San Sebastian cheesecake. It's kind of one of the things that you do when you're there with chocolate sauce over it, if you want to. Depending on the weather, I'd prefer to go up to one of the roofs and sit and have an FS beer, just have, a cocktail or something. And then comes day 7. And this is the day that you are now ready to either one, leave, go to an onward destination. I suspect that most of us will go to Cappadocia, which is the hotels that are all in caves, and in the early morning, all the balloons that rise up. You've seen 100 pictures of them. That's Cappadocia. It's a fabulous place. Goremi is the little town that you go to. You fly in to Kayseri Airport, and then a 45-minute drive to Goremi. It's just nice. It just really is nice. From there, we can go across to Izmir for a day trip to Ephesus, which is an ancient city. We can go down to the coast, to Bodrum. And so that's it. That's what I want you to go to. Go to turkeytourismusa.com and look at the brochure. Give it a whirl. Give it a thought. And if you want to come, get listed ASAP, because this thing, unique as it is filling up really, really quickly. Guys, come with me to Turkey. Come with me to Istanbul. I hope you've enjoyed the description. I hope you enjoy reading the brochure. If you want to, we can arrange a Zoom call that we can all get together and chat about this and exchange ideas and get to ask questions and so on, because I haven't told you enough. We can do that. So stay in touch. Turkey Tourism USA. My name is Ken. Give me a like, give me a follow, share with your friends, tell everybody. Let's go to Istanbul.